Hello and welcome to yet another YouTube video here on this channel. In today's video, we are going to do a Microsoft Loop tutorial because there are a lot of great videos out there, but I haven't found a full-fledged tutorial. So that's what I am going to make today. And this is the workspace I would build for myself, my personal projects, and my work projects that are connected to my business. So in today's video, that's exactly what I am going to show you. And in order to create ourselves a workspace, we first need to create ourselves a couple of pages. So I want one for my social media. I actually want one for people as well. I want one for my resources, so this is everything that does not fit anywhere else. And I also want an archive here as well. So this is archive just for archiving things. Let's try this one more time and get the home page on top. And the last thing I want is one for my projects. So this is all of the pages I want. I can add icons to all of these pages. So a hammer here. I won't show you for every single one, but just to show you how this works, you could add icons here and you can add a cover image here as well. So I will just go with this one. And here we have a cover image and we have an icon. Then I would actually make use my home page as a place to try and navigate between all of those things. So how I will do that, there are two different ways. You can either do at and actually use this, use the at symbol to mention other files in your system. This works with files as well. But there is one problem with Microsoft Loop. So I just created all of these pages you see on the side here. It takes some time for them to appear. I don't know why, but what I will do is that I will share the page link like this. And it takes a little bit of time, but here it is. And I can paste this link right here. And I can do this for all of my different pages like this and just paste them inside of my home page. And I would do this for my social media as well, and paste it again inside of here. Then I want to create myself a database for my to-dos. So this is called table inside of Microsoft Loop. So we create ourselves a table. This will be task. And I want actually to have a label here as well. And I will use the Kanban that comes with the app, so I don't have to customize anything on the labels. I will change this to a board view, but before I do that, I will just give myself a task, take out the trash like this, and I will change this into a board view. One thing I wanted to show you before I go on with the video is that if I share a page link right here, it appears differently than it does on the page here. So this is different. Whenever I paste it into a database, I get the link like this, but when I paste it into my page, I get it like a preview link. So that's just something to keep in mind. Back to the board view right here, we can drag things along as we go. So that is something I like. I like a Kanban board view. That's why I have it. And I also want to do a bit of customization to my social media page because that's probably the most important one. And how we are going to do that is actually quite simple. We will start off with a database here as well. We will call this table. If I had a bunch of information that had to be in here, I would do a table of contents as well, like this, and then do hashtag social media idea. So the way the table of contents works is with the different headings, and you can create a heading using Markdown by pressing hashtag then space, or you could do backslash heading as well. There are several different types of headings, and we even have collapsible headings as well. When I have this in front of me, I want to have the name, so the idea, the social media idea name. I want one label for like the Kanban one. So to do in progress, on hold, or done, and I want one more label for my social media as well. So here we need to create a whole new one, and I will call this label group for social media. And I will just go on and I will add all of my different social media. So LinkedIn, YouTube. I am writing over here. Let's try this one more time. Label, add new label group. We will call this social media. And I will start adding the different labels right here. So it is LinkedIn and Facebook. And I could just go on and add all of my different social medias right here as a label group. So another one would be YouTube, and so on. I won't do them all, but you get the point here. That's social media. One problem we have, or another problem we have with Microsoft Loop, is the ability to add multiple different labels to something. I can't actually do that, which is unfortunate. We don't have the multi-select property that you would have in a lot of the other applications. But the way I put things into here is a little bit different than and in any other app. So every time I have an idea, I just make a new page for it. Let's call this Microsoft Loop video. And I go back into my social media. I copy the link of this, the page link, and I will paste it into here. I will just remove the loop part, and we will turn this into a to-do. I like this to be a Kanban view as well. Let's delete this one. And you can open these Kanban views, add notes, comments, and related content here. And you can even add different properties from right here as well. So these are cards similar to what you would see in a project manager or a task app. So you could add different things into there. This is in progress, and let's say I'm finished with the video. I will move this to done, and I will also move this to archived. But I won't actually delete it. I still want it in case there is something inside of this I can use later. What I will do to remove it from my card view is just to add a filter where Kanban is not done. And I will apply this and it removes everything. I could just remove the filter to see everything again. I will also turn this into a loop component because I want this to live in my home page as well. So I will just turn this into a loop component like this, and I will paste it on top of my home page because I want this to be easily accessible, because this is mostly what I do. I mostly spend time on my social media ideas. I will jump in and I will give this loop component a name as well, just to make it easier for me to find later. that is also a thing to remember, that your loop components should have names. They shouldn't just be called components because you will struggle to find them later. So that's how I would set up my social media right here. We can do the same for our projects, making a database projects and actually pasting different different loop components into there, or even pages. So I could paste my pages just like I've done with this, only for projects instead. Another thing to keep in mind with Microsoft Loop is that you don't actually have filtered views. So if I jump back here and I change the filter of this, it will change the filter inside of here as well. So we can't get different filtered views. You can also add these into almost any other Microsoft application. It works inside of Teams, it works inside of whiteboards, it works inside of several different places I can't remember. Outlook. So it works inside of Outlook as well. So you can paste this in several different Microsoft applications, and I'm guessing that they will add more functionality to this in the future, since this is going to be a way for you to have everything in one place. Well, if you are like me and you have used Microsoft Planner to actually be able to plan out your projects, or your, in my case, my social media ideas, you can actually embed the whole planner right here, and you can access it and work through it from right here. You can add tasks as well from right here, and this is also a loop component that works anywhere. So it works in Outlook, Teams, and whiteboards right now, but again, they will keep on implementing new things. I could drag this on top right here as well, using this. When you click on one of your um, one of your blocks inside of Microsoft Loop, you can actually drag them to reorder. So inside of here, I have a larger file. There is a lot of information right here. How could I just move some of this to another place? So let's say this summary right here, I want to use in a YouTube video. I can easily just highlight all of the text and create a loop component out of this. Then I can copy the component and I can move it into my, let's just say it was the Microsoft Loop video. I can move it to the Microsoft Loop video. So here again, I will need to change um, the title of my loop component. So summary hinge dating app, like this. And when I edit something inside of here, it will be edited inside of here as well. So that's a way to do block referencing inside of Microsoft Loop. When it comes to resources or a lot of information and wikis, I like to use a table here as well, and do the same that I've done with a lot of the other ones. So I would copy this by sharing the page link like this, and I would move it into here like this, and then I could add my different properties using the different column types inside of Microsoft Loop, and I would have all of my different resources inside of here. So this is a basic way of organizing Microsoft Loop, which I think is good because you don't necessarily want to overcomplicate it, but this is the basic way you can use Microsoft Loop. And if you want a more advanced tutorial, please do comment down below and I will try to get to it as soon as I can. Thank you so much for watching today's video.